Oke. Finally cuy. Main quest. Good.
Hey, did you hear about our next stop? It's a world called Penacony. I hear it's a beautiful, but Pom-Pom said the banquet we were invited to is still a little ways off. Huh? Is that my phone?
Halo bronya, gue ekspres sampai kalian menerima pesan ini. Dikasih mawar anjing. Bronya kayak ibu-ibu.
Don Hung.
Ini
Let's go to his room and talk to him.
WA. Pasar masa depan prolog.
What the? Is this a letter?
Surat yang tergeletak di meja gerbong. Chenjo. Kemudian kamu membelah laut kuno. Oh, ini pesan buat Daheng ya?
Upend the ancient sea and return to old ground. It's a letter for Dan Hung, but
Oh, ini side quest anjay.
Branya just sent all of us a message. Did you see it yet?
Yes, I saw it.
Then why didn't you reply?
I'm sorry. I'm just not in the mood for idle chat. There's been a lot weighing on my mind since...
Don, I'm the one who should be sorry. I was being too pushy. You're right.
Thank you. It's great that Belobog is able to host a celebration. I hope your trip goes well.
Okay. Rest. He won't budge, huh? Looks like it's just the two of us then. Pity. He's gonna miss out. We never get the chance. I know, but it's still a shame, don't you think? If only Himeko could come with us. Pom-Pom can't just leave the Express whenever they feel like. Seems like someone wasn't paying attention. Why don't we go ask Himeko to tag along? She might be up. You've been on the Express for a while now, but you've never gone on a trip with Himeko before, right? Well...
Hey, March. That's a bit...
Himeko! There's a celebration coming up on Eurillo 6, organized by the Supreme Guardian. Don Hung won't be going anywhere for a while. He's still resting up. I mean, considering how you helped us out with Cocolia.
So that explains... Thanks for the invite, but I'm afraid my hands are full right now. Make the most of the festivities. You've earned it. You two and Don Hung did help save Eurillo 6 after all.
Navigators really do have their plates full, huh? Let me go pack some stuff for the trip first. Come and find me when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm super ready. Wow, 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 wow. What the heck?
So, what do you think about my new dress? Pretty neat. It's been sitting in my wardrobe collecting dust for far too long, but now I finally got the chance to wear it. This kind of event doesn't come around every day. Why shouldn't I dress for the occasion? You're not really gonna wear that same old outfit, are you?
Ma'am, I'm a fucking robot. Mutan anjing.
Let's just pretend I never said anything. As long as one of us... Pajamas, hot water bottle, pom-pom doll. That should be everything. Let's go. Wow, that was fast. Don't you have anything you want to bring with you?
Oh, jadi cepet banget. Semua relik dan
Huh, you do seem to travel light. But don't you at least need some pajamas? I was just taking a look at Mr. Yang's records, and it seems like Eurilo 6's average temperature has warmed up. I wouldn't call it livable just yet, but things are looking up. I'm so happy for ready to go. Bellabog, here we come.
Galabog. 700 years. It's never too late to pick up the tab.
Yan. Anjing. Bayar tagihan.
Brr! How do people living in all this snow celebrate anything?
Gak usah perang kan?
One
Oke.
thing's for sure, though. Where there's a celebration, there's bound to be food.
Wih, apa ini?
Wait a sec.
Soldier
That
baru.
person over there, that doesn't look all in black. Surely they're not... The Interastral Peace Corporation. Who else? The one whose insignia is pretty much You still don't remember? Oh, what about Findy? That's one of their products. Oh, and the Interastral Peace broadcast. Never mind, it's not that important. The important question is, what are the IPC doing on your... there's only one way to find out. Let's go ask. I've always...
Gue gak tau udah lupa gue. Emang pernah dikenalin ya?
Hi, do you work for the Interastral Peace Corporation?
Boss, encounter with two unknowns. Want me to take them out?
Anjing
Over.
dimusnahkan.
Take us out?
Take them out? Just
Oh,
hang tight for a second. I'm on my way. Glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Topaz, an investment expert from the Interastral Peace Corporation. I'm here on Eurilo 6 for a special bit. You'll have to forgive my colleague here. People skills aren't his strong suit. Please don't.
Phew, you scared the life out of me. We're here for the celebrations. We're not looking for more conflict. Oh, right. We should probably introduce ourselves. I'm March 7th, a passenger of the Astral Express. You may have heard of it? And this is...
No kidding. I could tell you weren't locals from a mile away, but I didn't expect to run into two nameless here. Fate is such a curious thing. I heard that Eurilo 6 only stepped out of the Stellaron's shadow thanks to the direct intervention of the Trailblazers. Surely you two aren't...
Huh? Jeez, can you be a little more humble?
I never imagined I'd run into living legends here. Must be your lucky day, huh, Dumby?
Menyombongkan diri.
Wow, Miss Topaz. You're really young for an IPC executive.
More good luck, I suppose. But it's not as cushy as you think. Scurrying from one side of the galaxy.
Huh. Your job sounds pretty similar to the express cruise. Oh, Bronya moves fast. The crisis is only just over and she's all...
These talks aren't exactly what you might expect. But I have to agree. The Supreme Guardian definitely knows how to govern a city. That's... Miss March, you said you were on your way to Belobog festivities, right? My apologies for delaying you both.
Don't be sorry. It's not like we're in a rush. Want to come to the city with us?
Thanks for the concern, but I'll manage. It's my first time on this world. I'd like to take it in its vast, iconic snowscape. Who knows? Maybe we'll cross paths again during the celebrations. Oh, here's my contact information.
Wow, I actually managed to get an IPC executive's phone number. Me too.
You two make a cute pair. Anyway, I'd better be...
The universe is huge. Yet we somehow stumbled onto the same path. Come on, let's head into the city.
Dia pakai si apa? Si Maret 7 pakai ini anjing kostumnya tipe kostum Honkai Impact kan.
Wow, there are people everywhere. Are you sure we're in Belobog? Hang on a sec. Isn't that Wallace up ahead? Looks like he's finally made some friends.
Norbert, why don't you tell everyone how you were released from selling cultural relics and
Well, it was all thank...
Ah, I remember. Your uncle is Minister Knoll. You're shameless, Norbert. Not to be rude, but if I were thrown in jail, I wouldn't possibly ask my father to bail me out.
Do you think I wanted to? I'm not the type of person to abuse...
Well, I don't really know about that.
Get off my...
Looks like things are getting heated.
Berubah loh stylenya Maret. What the fuck?
Hey, quick!
Woo! Thanks,
nggak, Ding?
everyone! Hope you're ready for a great show! Let's get...
Heartbeats will shake me.
Okay.
Heartbeats will shake me. Heartbeats will shake me.
So rules can't break me.
Crank the sound and let your soul be free.
Lightning strikes right off the wall. Let yourself fall into it all.
Menarik. Komenda.
Formation.
Ta-da! Guess who's back?
It's you two.
Guess who's
Welcome
back?
back to Belobog. The Supreme Guardian mentioned there'd be mystery guests attending the Soulworm celebrations, but I didn't think it'd be the Express crew. I hope you had a smooth journey. I should have dispatched Silvermane Guard.
Aw, it's fine. You really don't have to apologize.
Understood. I hope you please make sure you keep your personal belongings safe. Pickpockets tend to take advantage of...
Got it. We'll get out.
Bye for now.
Ah, phew. Who'd have thought just taking a stroll could be so... Say, I think we should probably pay Bronya a visit. Or we could go check out some other fun stuff
Mau aku
elsewhere.
gendong? Mau aku
Your
gendong
call.
nggak? Aku gendong nih. Nah ini aja deh. Clifford Ford. Yo, Cepet banget.
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot be pinned on you, nor anyone else for that matter. However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day, Oh, it looks like we have some visitors.
Branya! And Topaz? You're here too? I guess you've already started your business talks. We'll get out of your way if...
It's no bother. We've pretty much wrapped things up already anyway. Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Eurilo 6 wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit record with the IPC will be of great importance.
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz. I'll require some time to consider my next course of action.
Naturally. However, while you're deliberating, my colleague... I'm sorry our business got in the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
Is everything all right, Branya? I didn't know Miss Topaz was so... intense. She seemed nice when we met her.
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I'd planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected guest. The lady you just witnessed, she claims to represent the IPC. There's no need to keep either of you in the dark. To tell the truth, I have too much weighing on my mind right now to even think about the Soulworm Festival. Since you've already made her acquaintance, I needn't explain who she is. I'm sure you've heard pieces of Belobog's history the first time you visited. The Legion's invasion 700 years ago, how the Stellaron brought about the Eternal Freeze. It seems that much of Belobog's history from that time was buried deep beneath the snow. Those memories were lost and weren't passed down to the subsequent generations of Supreme Guardians. Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Eurilo 6. How the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster and chose to leave in large numbers. Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they departed, they did something noteworthy. They sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. The IPC provided these architects with significant funds to aid them against the coming disaster. It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from the same pool.
Wow, that's a pretty incredible story. So, does that mean Topaz's business here is to collect a debt from Belobog?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here? If it wasn't for us eliminating the Stellaron, they'd have nothing to collect. It's obvious they're just trying to take advantage.
According to her account, the repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. However, less than a century, the IPC deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. It wasn't until the Stellaron crisis...
And that's when they sent Topaz over...
And... an astronomical amount. I don't even know how to read such a long string of numbers. Before you both arrived, Topaz warned me that if the payments were delayed, the IPC would give her the authority to employ...
Oh, I had no idea things were like this. Yeah, we have to help Branya out. The IPC is too big and powerful. The
You seem to have a deeper knowledge of the Interastral Peace Corporation than I do. But if the records are accurate, and they truly have a presence throughout the galaxy, the IPC could crush Bellabog. I'm glad you're both here. I know you came for the festival. Now, I must ask you and the Astral Express for help. Do you think you could persuade Topaz?
Have no fear, Branya. When a Yeah, after all, this guy here is a pretty good—
Thank you so much. While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation.
Oh, hey! I just remembered. Topaz gave me her number. We might as well just be direct and ask her where she is. She seems like the— Okay, got it. We better think about what we're gonna say. She might be young, but...
Oh, it's you two again. This is the third time today? Why, of course I will. Meeting friends from the Astral Express is always a moment worth cherishing. What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's stroke, it portrays a certain kind of sorrow, you know? It's as if the artist had condensed history into one poignant but sorrowful image. The artist's... Not at all. The analysis of an aficionado. I wouldn't. The Express has visited many worlds. I'm sure the Nameless have a far greater knowledge of such. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is painted, but its overall value.
Sorry for crashing your artist party, but we came to talk to you about—
Oh? A collaboration between...
Not exactly.
Let's walk and talk. This way. Most exhibits in this museum are of little value. But with a keen eye, it's possible to find a diamond in the rough.
Miss Topaz, Branya's already told us about Bellabog's—
Oh. You two are closer than I expect, so how can I help? Not sure in the arrangement?
Help me out here.
Untuk apa yang diminta oleh IPC itu sangat tidak bagus.
You're so direct. I like that. I understand.
Aduh.
From your point of view, I can see how unreasonable it appears. However, you must understand that debt collection is a big part of my job. I've dealt with cases far more difficult than Bellabog. I appreciate each case has its difficulties. But if I treated every late debtor as a special case, the galaxy...
Bagaimana kalau utangnya tidak bisa dilunaski?
The Strategic Investment Department is well-versed in handling such situations. We can offer the debtor, but Yarilo 6 has far exceeded the allotted repayment period. I'm afraid milder solutions aren't the order of the day. Oops, almost gave away trade secrets there, didn't I? The exhibits here are pretty ordinary. I estimate they're probably not worth much.
So you're basically saying the Bellabogians must pay off their ancestors' debts.
When you think about it, it's just another part of the cycle of life. Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Yarilo 6? It's so white and fluffy. I absolutely adore them. Have you guys met Numby yet? Oh, where'd they go? They, come to think of it, this little...
So, Miss Topaz, what exactly will it take for the IPC to go? Branya invested so much just to make this world a little better. And now, it feels like all.
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all followers of the preservation. No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Otherwise, we'd...
So you're saying there's nothing to worry about?
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. She'll understand. But, to answer your question directly, it'd take a miracle. I'll complete the Arillo 6 project, no matter what obstacles.
This isn't going as planned.
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this matter. Why not make the most of the festive atmosphere? Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me. My apology.
So, what now? We spent ages trying to convince her and she... I guess so, but that still doesn't fix I guess Miss Topaz is just doing her job. And as far as the Express is concerned, I think it'd be... all these vested interests. It's so hard to undo any of it. Did someone send you a message?
Oh, silly. UTW, brodir.
Huh? The IPC are... seriously? Topaz was just talking about taking the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. And now they're pulling... Again? I don't think I have it in me to play the hero. I guess complaining won't get us.
UTW. Go.
Oh, is that a stain?
Zila!
Hey! Am I glad to see you two here? I'm not... It's bad. Really bad. Nobody's been seriously hurt, but a few Wildfire members got minor injuries. You see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone in or out. Hey! Just because you have fancy equipment, what's the matter? Got nothing to say?
What's going on inside the mine?
A few miners made it out earlier. They looked pretty panicked. They said the whole mine had been seized by the people in black. These uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. All I...
Do you think Topaz is around here somewhere?
The person you're talking about. Are they in charge of the people in... Potaz, Pazto... Whatever her name is, she can wait. Right now, the most important thing is to free those trapped in the Great Mine. Hey, you two! Cat got your tongue or something? If you...
You guys must be exhausted standing here all day. How about you take a little lunch break? What's...
You two were talking to the director in the snow plains.
So it's you! You're the one who was threatening to take us out in the snow plains! Do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss knows to treat us with respect...
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets through, I'll lose 6 months of performance bonuses.
Robert orang sih.
Team leader? You're even lower on the pecking order than I thought.
Anjing.
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid preparing to join the IPC. I went through 17 interviews before they finally hired me. What right do you deadbeats have to criticize me?
IPC? Interviews? I don't know what you're rambling on about, but you're really testing my patience.
I like her.
No need to waste her breath on this idiot.
I like her. Oh my god. That's my silly brother. Bisa ngebacot tot. Tahu toh.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Converge and awaken.
Relax. Didn't hurt.
Lend me your strength.
Time to say bye. Boom.
Human creations. Who's next?
That's it?
17 rounds of interviews, and these are the best.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've been warned that the ones in the Let's set off when you're ready.
Kita dengan Steel dan pergi ke Great Mine. Kita dengan Mar. Oh no.
Ready for action?
Caught your breath yet? It's time to show these IPC fools. Right after we finished chatting with Topaz in the museum, did it take you that long to notice? I thought you were supposed to be the observant one. The quicker we handle the IPC, the faster we can get back to enjoying the celebrations.
Ready for action? Let's get moving.
Oh, dikasih jawabannya anjing di sini. Oke. Kayaknya nggak ada api. Gue butuh api. Ini dah.
Hello, it's Mr. Svarog, isn't it?
Hello, Miss.
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with
Clara. Go inside and wait for me.
Huh? But if you have a guest, maybe I should...
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend. Go, Clara. Everything will be fine.
Damn.
So, it seems my source was right. Who'd have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot and a little girl?
You bear the insignia of the Interastral Peace Corporation.
Straight to the point, huh? Eurillo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. It's about to become the property of the IPC. No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Eurillo 6 can generate value. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests undefined. Analysis failed. Tell me, emissary, how do you...
That's simple. I'll show you.
This is...
Source code. Or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control. I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the underlying systems created by the IPC. The code is so refined that the engineers never saw any reason to...
Damn.
I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons. Enough to crush the legions. This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that Eurillo 6 has a place in the company's long-term strategy. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are buried.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of... What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a relatively peaceful approach.
I understand.
Oh, so you're not as stubborn as the...
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis indicates that you are indeed. Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force.
Your calculations are slight. Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind leading the way.
Oke. Ntar Himiko gue build-nya udah oh belum. Bodo amat lah.
All the miners here huddled.
Well, the situation here is...
Hey, check it out! Isn't that Taupe?
What? Isn't that thing a fragmentum monster?
The IPC are all about their sci-fi sorcery, so it's not that surprising.
Ngok ngok.
Sounds like you two are getting along.
Hidupnya tidak ada.
Seriously?
Look, you guys. Look.
Looks like they want to find their master.
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us!
Hey, I'm talking to you. Where do you guys store the Geomera?
I really don't know.
This place is filled with nothing but...
Those cowards! Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Converge and awaken. Who's next?
Relax. Time to say bye. Boom.
You felt it.
Stand still. The human body is beautiful in its fragility.
Uh-huh. Looks like Numby's in a good mood.
But aren't they on the IPC side? Strange.
Look! That big guy down there!
We'll see.
Huh? Where'd Numby go?
Wow.
Ini
For
tempat
something
baru.
so short and stubby, they're surprisingly nimble. Well, guess that's that. We're on our own now. Let's keep going. Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
All local. The IPC is currently conducting asset evaluation work here.
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine. I'm warning you. Get lost or suffer the consequences.
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction.
Yeah, we demand to speak with Taupe.
You know Topaz? It doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has no obligation to talk to anyone not related. In cases where debtors fail to repay within a set time frame, the IPC reserves the right to skip negotiations and take over all.
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think?
Don't blame me. I'm simply following orders.
Save your breath, March. I never helped. Didn't you claim the IPC was all-powerful? Well, now's the perfect chance to show us what you can do.
If I knew things were gonna get this heated, I'd have applied for overtime. Anyway, Since you seem intent on settling this matter with violence, prepare.
Beda anjing, bukan
Disappear
ini
among the
lagi.
sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
What the fuck is this?
And awaken.
Let's try. Jawabannya auto bisa bertahan ya?
Relax. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Who's next?
Didn't hurt.
Kayaknya kafenya nggak bertahan.
Time to say bye. Boom.
Kayaknya belum dibeli banget ya.
Yin and yang. Human creations.
Oke. Ngeluarin lagi dia.
Disappear
anjir.
among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Relax.
Ini kafe di.
Time to say bye. Boom.
Who's next? Barely felt it.
Together as one.
Stand still.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next?
Relax. Time to say bye. Boom.
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Yin and yang.
You won't get away. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Oke. Oke, masih survive.
Who are you people? Not even a...
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Phantilia. Did you really think you could stop us?
Darn it.
Sir, we've just received word from the director.
Director to...
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%!
Mampus anjing.
60%? We're done for.
Masalah superior deh boy.
Evacuate the mine immediately. Erase all traces of your
Tekno
presence.
bangke anjay.
So,
Yeah. So, who...
it's a lot.
Belum punya utang.
Debt?
You should probably ask Branya.
Why did this mess have to happen so close to the festivities?
Oh, looks like we've got... I get the feel... Are you coming with us, Zila?
Go on without me. Branya messaged you.
Got it, Zila. Come on, to click...
Si Topaz juga pinter juga dia ngeklaim ininya. Mau nagih hutangnya pas di acara kayak gituan. Pasti orang-orang pada keluar semua gitu. Pemimpinnya juga sama.
Don't look like
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further. Miss Topaz.
Billabug might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket. See you later, Captain.
Anjing. Di Uno reverse card anjing.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. It couldn't have been
That's what friends are
No,
for,
Uno reverse
Branya.
card deh cuy.
You don't sound like yourself.
Gepard.
I'm fine. I haven't rested in a while. They're moving quickly. Belobog is crawling with their agents. All they talk about is asset evaluation. Silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have issued an order against. Still, that hasn't stopped panic from building.
Oke.
People
Kayaknya
are
permasalahan
confused. They
utang
don't know
nih.
where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again?
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. Look.
It's...
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please, take a look at the contents. And then tell...
Miss Branya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you from my own life. In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have a story to tell. As for myself, I was born on a small, unremarkable planet at the edge of the
Singapura nih
galaxy.
ceritanya.
My home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive,
Blobok itu
people
Indo.
worked laboriously,
Blobok itu Indonesia
manufacturing
anjing.
products for
Yang lagi
other civilizations in the
yang lagi ditagih
galaxy,
utang ini.
mostly in chemical or heavy industries. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh. My home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration and started anew. The majority who finally, one fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. In return for their help, they asked for just one thing: that all inhabitants sign a contract which would make them employees of the IPC. 2 years after signing the contract, the dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take off their masks. After 3 years, vegetation and trees began to grow, and when I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic Investment Department. I witnessed the changes that took place on my homeworld, and was determined to bring the same changes I am writing to you, Miss Branya, with the genuine desire. I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, how many generations of Belobogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? Who can guarantee that every future Guardian will be as prudent and enlightened as you? How can you guarantee that a disaster such as the Stellaron crisis will not descend upon... I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. Once you sign this contract, all of Belobog's debts will be forgiven. I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult... But because of this, I believe that you will make...
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
Yes, she is a high-ranking member of the IPC, after all. She knows how to use words to her advantage. In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be an extremely difficult decision. This planet's fate, the civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't, and shouldn't, be a decision made by me alone. That thought has crossed my mind, and it comforts me to hear you say that.
Right. I don't think it's fair for you to carry the weight alone. Why not discuss it with others first?
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. She wants me to decide as soon as possible. I wanted to put it to a vote, and let all the citizens of both the overworld and the underworld have their say. But with such little time, I'll convene the Klapoth Fort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts. Yes, we need to move.
We've got your back. We failed to convince Topaz, but this—
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
All right. If we want to make an— We meet again. Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me something's wrong. Sounds serious. Really? I wish it were made up. We don't have much time, Pela. Branya wants to get everyone's opinion. Wait, you're telling me I have to make this huge decision on the spot? Okay, if it were up to me, I'd probably agree to the IPC's condition. I've looked at some of the climate reports, and based on the data I've seen, it'll take 3 or 4 more generations for the snow to completely subside, and that's assuming no other disasters occur. I care more about those in the present than a future I can't be sure of. If the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, then building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? I see. Thanks for your input.
Turbo.
Well, look who we have here! You and... Uh-oh, sounds like something serious is happening. What? How is that possible?
Serval, we're racing against the clock.
It's okay.
What? Hold on.
Surprised? Myers signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. For most of the residents here, especially those in the as for working for the company, you know, I've always longed for the stars since I was a child, which is why I devoted myself to science and the studying of the Stellaron. If someone told me—
I see. Thanks for your input.
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been a while. It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. All these people dressed in black. Do you need my opinion? So that's who they are. It's worse than I imagined. The Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure. Is there really nothing?
We're here to gather everyone's opinion on the matter. I know this is a little sudden, but we're running out of—
Why, I'd refuse the contract, of course. There isn't— Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here as if they own the place. How can such people be trusted? Who's to say they won't breach the contract? Faced with this sort of coercion, we must resist them with all our might. So you must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself to fall into their trap.
A soldier's perspective is always valued. Thanks for your input. Did we miss anyone in the overworld? I think from what I've gathered, it seems like...
Sirik bakal menolak.
Oh, is that a stain? What brings you two to the underworld?
And why the... Seems a little out of the blue. That is a lot of information to take in.
No stress, Nat. Just...
I've thought about it, and... Well, if I were Bronya, I won't deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one. And if we refuse, Belobog will not only have the burden of a huge debt, but even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Those who are willing to give up living in the underworld has taught me that this phrase is true. I'd rather trek through the frigid snow plains than live in a
Wow. That's another vote for the against pile.
None other than the saviors of Belobog, but I can tell by the... Let me guess. Well, ask away. It just so... I see. That's a tricky situation, all right. A lot for anyone to handle.
Mr. Oleg, out of all the people we know in Belobog, you have the most life experience.
Want to hear the truth? I'm afraid great ambitions and lofty plans no longer... If this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog back to its former self overnight, have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction plan already sounds like an endless endeavor. And with the added burden of a massive debt, well, that's what worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people.
Huh. I guess I never looked at it from that angle. I wouldn't Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg.
Miss March, Big Brother.
Hey there, Claire.
Mistress.
What? Topaz?
I'm not sure, but...
What now? Svarog's super logical. True. Don Hung's always saying that Clara's really insightful for her age.
Huh? Miss... That's...
It's alright, Clara. No pressure.
I think if we have a choice for the feud, because when I was playing with Hook, everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, just taking away people's dreams like that.
You're right. Just the thought of our lives. Thanks, Clara. Oh, that's so. The votes are completely even. Oh, right! She's probably still in the Great Mine.
Dia kayaknya menolak.
Back so soon? Are you feeling alright? I can tell from your tone. I think I get it. At first, I thought it was just...
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Belobog was at stake, right?
Right.
As it stands, the votes are even.
In that case...
What?
I've thought about it. This responsibility, no matter the choice she makes, she has far greater foresight than I do. The vote is tied. I'll respect whatever decision she makes, but...
Understood, Zila. It's times like these that...
Right. It's if she asks you, just let her know.
Oke, dia no komen.
Well, it's all... Right? I'm glad... the time has come.
Oh, is that a stain? I like this coat.
Ganti dulu dah.
Whoa, the fort's packed. I've never seen this many people here before.
Apa kamu cuma fitnah perwakilan publik nih kiranya?
Jeez, I can barely even hear myself think.
What are we supposed to do?
How could you possibly consider this course of action?
Calm down, will you?
Ini malah baca ini dong.
March, you're back. So, what's the verdict?
We talked to people in both the overworld.
What was Zila's I should have known.
Did you come to a conclusion with the ministers?
It's pretty much the time has come to...
Enough! All of you!
I know what to do.
Wait! I have something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
But... aren't you...
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, March. Real?
Miss Himeko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. Thank you. If we had known of your arrival beforehand, the architects would have given you a proper welcome.
I understand, Miss Rania. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the relevant I hesitate to call it a solution, but I might. It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise and informed decision.
Information? Please, tell me what you know, Miss Himeko.
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is why she believes that the IPC's takeover of Belobog is the only way of ensuring the city. But there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted the IPC's terms have been...
You mean...
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries inevitable... According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction...
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly comforting.
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz is above 80%. I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities to light. I think it's only ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Thank you, Miss Himeko. Regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble. As a leader, I cannot...
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think you're making the right choice, Branya.
Astral friends, I have an idea, but for it to work, I need some time to rally all the residents in the city. And then, I'll meet with... Please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still trying to take over Belobog's assets, I ask that you do everything.
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be easy dealing with her, but these...
Belobog's future is not for sale. And we'll never forget the friends who stood by us in our time of need. Not once, but twice. Stay safe, everyone.
Gepard should be waiting for us in Rivet. Here we go again.
Oh, is that a stain? I like this coat.
The Supreme Guardian ready to enter Rivet Town? Keep your guards up.
Api ice. Apa ya, gue nggak ada lagi cu yang udah lah bodo amat. Gue bangke.
Destination reached.
Well, would you look at that? But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is completely surrounded by...
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the towering rock formation.
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. It was right under our noses all along. Wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very beginning? That means the architects of Eurylos 6 never used them in their...
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for activating these weapons. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa...
I see. The stories about this world are truly captivating.
I would like to ask you a question too.
You're awful polite for a big robot.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this?
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. But sooner or later, a looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the illusion of prosperity.
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any thought?
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. That is while my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours, it ultimately holds no weight.
If only my colleagues had the same self-awareness as you. Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing to do.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town.
The IPC soldiers are well equipped. It wouldn't be wise to fight.
You're right, Miss Himiko. We'll be using the automaton
Automaton...
I'll explain later. Let's get...
Look, down there!
Keep noise to a minimum, everyone. It's time to deploy the automaton stealth bomb. Are you ready? Remember, try to avoid being noticed. Remaining hidden will...
Oh, wow! We wiped them all out in a single explosion! That's what you call efficiency!
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
I've seen standard issue robots like these before.
Correct. Hopefully the automaton still...
Sabar. Terusnya sih nggak mungkin kayak sekali langsung jeder gitu itu. Nggak mungkin. Bom, ini dulu. Oke, ini.
Are you ready? Remember.
Tuh gak kena.
Oh no!
It's all right.
Where are you?
I know that you're urgent.
Oh, coba
Are you
lah.
ready?
Lagi asu.
Remember.
Mau di reset loh, gue kira.
Woohoo! The coast is clear!
To be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. Good.
Sama gue juga.
This is the road that Topaz.
Let's find her.
This time... Mr. Svarog? Are you alright?
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no conflict with you. Such a result would be highly Topaz is ahead. She had the means to force me to comply with her order. From her perspective, the only way to preserve Belobog is by incorporating it into the IPC. While it is unlikely, I still encourage the
Unlikely potential?
Don't worry, March. The Express never pursues conflict as a first means. But if it comes down to it, we won't.
Himiko's right. Why would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
It's possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
Oh, hey there, slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna... This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko.
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about me. Of course! The Nameless have quite the reputation. You're following in the footsteps of...
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting, I presume you have a good grasp of the current situation?
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Branya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors. But standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himiko, sorry for interrupting.
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10...
There's no fooling the Astral Express. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong.
Huh? What do you mean?
My superiors have granted me the approval I need. You're very curious about so many eager faces. I won't keep you in the dark any longer. Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express. The best kept secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby. Projects under my wing have no room for error.
Human creations! Together as one!
Stand still. Time to say bye. Boom.
I think something big. Who's next?
Relax. Time to say bye. Boom.
No matter. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I think something bit me.
Time to say bye. Boom.
Who's next?
I think something bit me. Converge and awaken. Human creations.
Stand still.
Yin and yang.
Time to say bye. Boom.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Nggak ada ini anjing. Gue nggak ada damage tuh. Oh, harusnya bawa ini ya. Oh iya, harus bawa si Clara. Terus tapi Clara gue belum dibilang habis tuh. Ini bisa nggak nih? Coba.
Who's next?
I think something bit me.
Ini mah bakal lama ini.
Human creations. No matter.
Time to say bye. Boom.
Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Together as one.
Who's next?
Stand still.
I think something bit me. And yang.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Oh, nge-quit.
Incredible. Finished warming up? Now it's my turn.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons.
Branya! You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of control.
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves. That would hardly be because...
I would never do such a thing.
More important than this?
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you...
Help you? That's interesting.
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched me. Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yarillo 6. So it's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior just now. It was... I admire your determination, seeing as we've come this far.
Itu cuma buat pamer dong anjing, pamer kekuatan anjing.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one step at a time. The first step, members of the Express will need...
Tadi gue pengen lawan lagi Topaz tadi, pengen gue ini genrenya pakai genre gore.
Have you been here before?
Kyle, sorry for the delay.
The path ahead.
Excellent, let's go.
Sama ini bikin slime.
What is this place? We've
Anjing.
never been here before,
Ini
right?
loh. Anjir, ini gambaran gua dulu.
We've only recently
bentar.
discovered this domain.
Bentar.
Let's keep moving forward. What I want to show you is just ahead.
Ini loh yang gue maksud tuh. Dulu gue berharap banget ngelawan si siapa tuh, si Stellaron itu di sini anjing. Bentukan kayak gini di dalam terus apa melingkar gitu kayak lab. Malah di atas anjing.
Look, the people of Belobog have not given up. I just want to give them a chance. Do you two recognize that broken down machine over there? I thought you might. Miss Topaz, I know you've done a lot of research into Belobog. I was wondering if there was any...
Not at all. Which is why I find it so incredible. Such a massive feat of engineering.
I may know the reason why. The engine of creation was constructed solely by the people of Belobog. The project was led by the first Supreme Guardian, Alyssa Rand.
So what you're saying is the engine of creation.
Yes, but not entirely. The engine of creation was commissioned for combat shortly after its completion, and played a significant role in the battles against the Legion. But Alyssa Rand had a long-term vision, one that nobody anticipated. For a long time, this feat of engineering, it was actually given a much grander purpose. To help the Belobogians rebuild their homeland and restore their world to its former glory, after driving away all those who threatened it.
Remarkable. A vision that would transcend both time and generations. Not to take away from the Supreme Guardian in front of me. She's quite the inspiring leader as well.
Thank you. But I didn't really do anything. All I did was bring the people of Belobog together and make them aware that our hard-earned freedom, if we want to preserve this freedom, we must act and show those who the outcome of our mobilization speaks for.
I must say, I'll fight for this opportunity for you, Branya. I shouldn't have conflated your own. My world never had a resolute leader, so people gave up on the idea.
Then, are you willing to retract your previous decision? As for the debt, we'll find a way to gradually repay it. But it'll...
Unfortunately, the acquisition of Urilla 6 is a strategic decision that's been approved by the IPC's top brass. Even if, unless...
Don't worry, Miss Topaz. Myself and all of the Nameless aboard the Astral Express...
Fantastic. That might just work. As for the, reports and potential... I'll handle it.
Miss Topaz, you...
Don't worry, it's not... That's unlikely. At most, they might just lower my rank.
Thank you so much for all you've done. I never thought we'd drag the Express into a crisis again.
Rift? I wouldn't go that far. Also, it's me who's mostly to blame. I didn't keep my subordinates in check. Oh, thinking about a career? Sure thing. I'll put in the best words I can.
I'm glad we're able to discuss some. Well, you all need some rest after everything you've been through. Miss Topaz, if you need somewhere comfortable to stay.
I appreciate the offer, but I need to head back and deliver
This
my
is
reports.
good view.
It's been great getting to know you both. I hope we can work together again in the future.
Oh ya, tempat baru. Yo, bekerja semuanya bekerja.
You know, I'd heard you and March speak highly of the Supreme Guardian before, but seeing her methods firsthand, we should also be glad that Ms. Topaz is the one in charge of the Eurilo 6 project. If it were someone else... The Strategic Investment Department comprises the IPC's most elite employees. Let's talk about this later, when you're back on the Express. You and...
Alright.
Oh, is that a stain? I like this coat.
Gue butuh intinya yang fire
been
DPS sama ice
How
DPS
did you
anjing.
figure out what was happening here on Belobog, Himeko?
March was looking forward to the Soulworm Festival for ages. I never thought this trip would be so...
In light of the events that have transpired, we will be your rank will be demoted from P45 to P44 with corresponding adjustment to your basic salary. All bonuses for the current, you will need to submit an additional report regarding this incident to Diamond. If you have any objections to this penalty, you may all...
I have no...
Understood. Is there anything else? If there are no further remarks...
You only got demoted one rank? Phew, you dodged a bullet there. Pretty big project to mess up on. This voice changer is driving me crazy.
Aventurine, why are you still on the line?
Hey, what's with the hostility? It's not like I'm your boss. Oh, wait. I guess I am now.
Can I help you? If you've got something to say...
Oh, nothing important. Just checking in on you. I told you Eurilo 6 would be a high-risk, low-reward case. Why do you even... In our line of work, having a kind heart can be more of a liability than an asset.
Anything else?
Wait. Hold on a minute. Don't hang up. I get it. While you were enjoying your playtime on Eurilo 6, Diamond was busy taking care of the... That's right. The renowned Teravan. One of the 7 board members. He's throwing his support behind us since Diamond's been a great help to both of us. Since you get the point, let's get down to business. I'm currently at Pierpoint.
Huh. And what prompted the mighty...
Penacony.
What?
That's right. Now that...
Hold on a minute. Diamond picked you for this project? I was expecting someone like Opal or...
Honestly, who knows? The family has some pretty questionable characters, if you ask me. But as we both know, the IPC does more than just business deals. Guess it's my time to shine. So...
I'll get back to you later. Seems like it's just one wild ride after another. I hope I made the right decision this time. This snow is mesmerizing.
Kelar. What? Ini filler. Oh.
Hey! It's my first time on the Astral Express. I've heard quite a bit about the hospitality of the Nameless. I'm just messing with. I'm definitely not the first IPC staff member to board the Astral Express. I've heard that the IPC and the Nameless cooperated frequently when Akavili the Trailblazer was still around. I've also heard that the board once considered spending a fortune just between you and me. I think declining the offers was a smart choice. Capital definitely plays a critical role in the universe. But if everything in the world revolved around it...
Yeah. Keep yapping.
Heave-ho! Pom-Pom's been cleaning up this... What? Huh? Don't scare Pom-Pom like that! What does the It looks like an invitation. Who could have sent it? Does Don Hong have any...
Unlikely. If the general sent the letter, he would...
Why don't you show Don Hong the...
Oh.
What is it? There's no signature. Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint them. Huh? Oh, let me hold on to the letter. Just as I thought. There was more than met the eye. But if he didn't send the letter, then... maybe...
What the heck? Wow. Gue nggak tahu dah kalau ini gue taruh mana. Yang pasti ini. Yang pasti. Dan ini. Yang pasti. Ya gue taruh ini juga. Yang pasti. Gue taruh ini juga. Let's try. Yo, mirip ini. Apa?
After all this time away from the Luofu, the seat of divine... Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just... However, I never thought Jing Yuan would send you to accompany me.
Huh?
I've got my work cut out for me today. Well, if it isn't done...
Greetings. I need...
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept.
That won't be necessary. The Cloud Knights were doing...
You came at a bad time. The General is busy with urgent work.
I can't say that I know her.
You don't remember her? I see. I suppose that is Jing Liu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou. According to records of wars past, her blade has slain countless denizens of Abundant. However, those are ancient stories. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one. Her surrender came with one condition, that she be... Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jing Liu during her last...
Imbibiter Lunae, since you traveled all this way... Or should I call you by your name and... When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a... I thought Imbibiter...
Do we...
The answer to that is both yes. If my guess is correct, the preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end, and hoped for the Imbibiter Lunae's resurrection. That...
Ininya ada animasinya ini.
So, you also wish to...
I have no intention of meddling. I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender. I did, however, have one request before the Jing Yu...
So... you...
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
For security purposes? I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Luofu with a group of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
Merely a wanderer. You're too modest, Locha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held in... However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will...
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Ju-Ming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the general. The five of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways. You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jing Liu.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonder. Lower your guard, young man. I have already Imbibitor Lunae. You must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer. Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first? Or to so many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain.
How hard is it to choose a destination?
The young are the antidote. Stargazer.
If it's stars...
Young man.
Bai Heng.
Let the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain.
Imbibitor Lunae.
I think...
She was a comrade and friend. Well...
Okay.
Huh?
Yes. The sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased. As for...
I see. I don't know anything about manufacturing starskiffs either. Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
No need to worry about the two of us.
We've arrived. I'll just enter the
You like...
Hey!
That's right.
It was I remember.
Indeed. Her luck very few. She also, however, luck...
Ha! That'll do it. The Starskiff assembly line has been activated. The Starskiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it. See, the star...
After being...
So, what happened?
In the end. In Bybiter.
Did...
Yes, but by... Let me... She charged ahead for the Cloud Knights. Giving up one's life on the battle. You couldn't accept that Bai Hung. There is no... Bai Hung, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep. Let's go. Since the
crisis happened.
Interesting.
What's that supposed to mean?
And yet where...
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign. The Cloud Knight...
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest?
You just want me to do all the work.
You go on ahead this time.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't... Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like
you never forgot. Blade of Moonlight. In lunar flame.
Come on already. What took you so long this time?
Don't get anxious, Imbibiter Lune. We have all the time in the world.
Okay.
The moonshine won't truth. This spear still recognizes you as its master. Imbibiter Lune, do you know who crafted it for you?
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
In lunar flame.
Together as one. I think something bit me. To guard and defend. Crush them. Here, try this. Lend me your strength. Human creations.
Blade of Moonlight. in lunar flame. You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the real, but you cannot. Combat is like, those are the words of the one who made, out of all of us, you were the closest. When I at first, unfortunate.
Oke. Ini kayak ngingetin ini nih, orang tua anjir.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply...
So...
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever...
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short life species for long.
Of course he's still alive. Some people are born with unparalleled force. As smart as he was, he made the foolish. His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with...
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living, what do you think should be done to put an end?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow...
Under the auspices of the... Take me, for example. My powers originate from the Abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. So, in order to sever Yaosher's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She... I apologize.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself, and the purpose.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed. The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
Order's already been restored to the...
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. Patience, young man.
Oh, I see.
My
who cares? You're her pulse.
She... Today's...
with me. I'm Tanhung.
Are you in?
No.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
I can smell the herbs. It's around here some... Hey! Give me back my medicine! That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away!
Allow me.
So this is why your hands are so cold! This cold isn't something normal flesh could withstand!
Later moonlight. Try harder. In the lunar flame.
To guard and defend! Crush them! Lend me your strength! Human creations! Lend me your strength! Converge and awaken! Yin and yang!
Later moonlight.
All right, let me make sure nothing's missing. Apologies again for the delay.
Very well.
You're Mara? You don't seem that...
I made a deal, and yet I still have many.
I see.
Really, all I have. Thank you for your advice, Dragonlink. By the way,
Bandages? That's...
the person.
He must have suffered...
Well then. Take this man away.
Yansheng.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought, if I remember correctly, the 5 of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have... Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing. Of 5 Imbibitor Lunae Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination. As for Jing Liu, now it is time we pay. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death. all the while. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep High Cloud Quinn. A wineless Jingyu.
The laws I report.
Jing, but in the end.
Wait. Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me.
I have tried. Besides inflicting, the immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am.
He did.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword.
You will only draw. Jingliu.
Savor the moment. I will deliver. We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Xianzhou lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
A familiar feeling. Almost as if you used the sword. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. It's as if they're saying, I know that you have no... Which is why I asked the question. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone like her have to be in the end? You unleashed the final the miraculous thing, like when we drank.
Imbibe
Once.
The memory. Maybe.
What the heck?
Donna,
All this. Who you are, even if the yes.
She couldn't do it with... We have no...
Neither.
Elios, I don't mind.
Okay.